Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a get ready with me on the look I'm wearing right now. So I really hope you enjoy it and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you do. Hi everyone, so I'm going to start by using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I have this in 120 Classic Ivory. And for today's look, I really just want to do like a brown kind of vintage inspired makeup look. I was really inspired by this brown lipstick that I got from Natio, and when I first got it I had no idea what to do with it because I didn't think it suited me at all. So I tried to find a look that would make the lipstick look okay, and I ended up being really happy with the look I came up with, so I wanted to try and recreate that for you today. So for concealer I'm just going to use my Collection Lasting Perfection in shade 1 Fair, and I'm just going to put this under my eyes. I love this one for this look because it's so brightening and the consistency is so thick as well. This covers everything. I'm just going to pat this in with my fingers. And I'm just going to finish off by blending it in with my foundation brush. To set my foundation and concealer, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, and I'm just using this shade on the left here. This shade is just the closest to my natural skin colour. To prime my eyes, I'm just going to be using the Art Deco eyeshadow base. By the way, this look is going to be a really easy one. Like, I know a lot of tutorials and get ready with me's on YouTube. People use like 4 different eyeshadow colours, and that's fine sometimes, and that's fine if that's what you want to do, but I'm a big fan of very simple eyeshadow. Most of the time I use 2 colours, so I'll use a lighter one over my lid and then a darker one in the crease. But today I'm just going to be using 1 colour, which is the most simple thing ever. So just before we move on to the eyeshadow, I'm going to do my brow. So I'm just using the L'Oreal Brow Shaper, the Brow Artist Shaper, and this is in 02 Blonde. And I really don't do too much to my brows, I just fill them in a tiny bit. And then I brush the product through. And that's it, done. Done for brows anyway. So now for the eyeshadow, and actually I just realised that I lied to you. I am actually going to use 2 eyeshadows, but the second one is just for the inner corner and the brow bone highlight, so I don't know, it doesn't really count. So the main eyeshadow that I'm going to be using is from Topshop. This is the Galaxy one, and this looks really sparkly, but it doesn't come off that crazy on your eyes. So I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid. Bring it up into the crease and up a little bit further just so you can see it when your eyes are open as well. And the reason you can get away with just using this one eyeshadow is, for me anyway, this is just a little bit darker than my skin tone, so it's a few shades darker. So it's not like a crazy blue where you need to blend it out with a transition colour, and it's not like a really light shade where you need to go in with a darker one for the crease. It's just like a perfect colour to just use the one eyeshadow. So you can just keep adding more and more until you're happy with how dark it is, but I think that's enough for me. So I'm just going to blend this out with a fluffy brush. And now for the inner corner and brow bone highlight that I was telling you about, I'm going to use this Maybelline palette. This is the Twilight Rays, and I'm going to be using just this white colour up the top here. So the next step is, of course, eyeliner, and I'm going to be using the Art Deco Sensitive Fine Liner in Deep Black, and let's just hope that I don't mess this up. So I'm going to be doing a tiny little flick, not exactly a wing, but I'm just going to bring it out a tiny bit. Just like that. So now let's see if I can get the other eye the same. So that's probably about as close as I'm going to get to matching them. Actually, I might bring them out just a tiny bit more. There we go, I'm happy with that. Now for mascara, I'm using the Natio Extreme Volume Mascara. This is smudge proof and this is the black one. I just really like the effect this mascara gives. It makes my lashes like really wispy and really long. It does a really good job at separating them. So I might do a couple of coats of that. Also, this mascara is a bit of a drier one, like it's not really runny, which I think is good because you don't have to worry so much about getting it all over your eyelids. Okay, so onto the face, and for bronzer I'm actually going to be using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette again. I'm going to use the shade on the right, which is just a little bit darker than my skin tone. It's going to be very subtle. This is really just to warm up my face a little bit. And then for blush, I'm using the L'Oreal Lip Blush in the colour Rosewood. And I think this is just a nice natural colour that will go with the browns that I'm using today. And for highlighter, again, I'm using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. This time I'm using the shade right in the middle because that's slightly lighter than my skin tone. And again, it's going to be very subtle. All of these shades are very subtle. So I'm just popping this on the top of my cheekbones. And I'm also going to just kind of join it up with the brow bone highlight in a kind of a V shape. So now for lipstick, and this is the lipstick that inspired this whole look to begin with, and this is the Natio lipstick in Crush, which, like I said, is just this brown colour. So that's the makeup done. Now it's time to do something about this hair. So I thought because it is a vintage inspired look, I would curl my hair because that seems like the most appropriate. I don't actually have a curler, so I'm going to be using my Remington straightener. And just while that's heating up, I thought I would just quickly mention something about the lipstick. So I know that the vintage kind of 90s lipstick look was a reddy brown, and this is not a reddy brown, this is a true brown with no red in it at all. But that's why I'm calling it inspired, not just vintage tutorial. It's literally just inspired by those types of looks. Also, I just wanted to mention the nail polish that I'm wearing for this look. So this is my nail polish, and this is the Essie Eternal Optimist, which is just like a dusty pink kind of colour. I think that it's really pretty, and I think it really suits the look. So my hair is very fine, so I'm just going to grab big sections because I can do that with fine hair. If you have thicker hair, just grab smaller sections. So I'm just turning it towards my head, kind of wrapping it around once, and then slowly pulling it through. And I'm not too worried if some of the bits are more or less curly than others. You can do it perfectly if you want, but I'm not really very good at styling my hair. This is like the second time that I've curled it. So I'm not very good at it yet, so I just kind of deal with whatever happens. For some reason, this side never wants to curl as much as the other side. So just to hold that in place, I'm going to be using my Sunsilk hairspray. This is the Plumped Up Volume, and I just have this one because naturally, like without styling my hair, it's very flat, so sometimes I just like spray this into the roots to give it a bit more volume. So I'm just spraying this all over my hair. Smells so strongly of alcohol. Ugh. And there we go, that's my hair done. So the last thing to do is just to show you the outfit. So for my outfit, I'm wearing these little brown booties from No. 1 Shoe Warehouse with a thick heel. My orange miniskirt is from JJ's, and I've had this for about 4 years now. And my white turtleneck top is from Dottie, and I think this is just the perfect outfit to go with this hair and makeup look. Here's another close-up of the makeup look I created, so I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did and leave me a comment down below letting me know what you thought. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be notified every time I post new videos. I'll see you next time. Bye!